Okay, I had to end my current live stream. I had an important phone call I needed to take, but I want to show you all Jeremiah Babe. I go back to that, and he's saying it's iced tea. I'm not Ice Cube, but I want to show you all a video of what he's referring to as well, and just kind of brief you all on what Ice Cube is saying and what that means for reparations. I'm gonna start off with saying that the Obama administration, and I'm pretty sure some more. Hello, Auburn. I'm back. I had to take an important phone call real quick, but I'm pretty sure that there are more presidents. That's the word. It's getting kind of late. That did this as well. But and then I'm gonna share the clip from Ice Cube, and I'm gonna share the video from Jeremiah Bay. But let me share this with you all. This won't be long. Obama administration earmarked $12 million for the Holocaust, right? Survivors. Funds will be distributed over 5 years. One quarter of 130,000 U.S. victims of the Nazi persecution live on the poverty line. And this is something the United States had nothing with. The Holocaust had nothing to do, right? And many, including myself, would debate if these are the true Jews, right? Anyway, but the Obama administration has awarded 12 million for assistance to the Holocaust survivors. Excuse me. The allocation from the Department of Health and Human Services to the Jewish Federation of North America will be dispersed over 5 years. Is part of an is part of an initiative. Let me put my reading glasses on. I'm sorry. Initiative launched in late 2013 by listen at this, Vice President Joe Biden to address the needs of survivors in the United States who live below poverty line. Combined with matching funds, private funds, approximately 2.5 million per year over 5 years will support 4.1 million in programming annually for organizations that help the survivors. According to JFNA, the funds will be used to advance innovations in person-centered trauma informed support service for the Holocaust survivors. Now, why not Black reparations, right? The United States had nothing to do with that, right? 400 years of slavery. And so this is what Jeremiah Babe is referring to, and I'm going to actually share the Ice Cube, Jeremiah Babe, Ice Cube video. So let me pull him up, Jeremiah Babe video on YouTube and share that with you.
It's Saturday, August 23rd, 2020. Before I start the video today, I want to remind everybody to come over to my Patreon channel. I just released a new video yesterday. It's a very good video. I have more freedom on that platform to talk about subjects and topics that I don't quite have the freedom to do so here. So please come over, join my Patreon channel. It's $3, and I can really talk a lot more openly and freely with what is happening right now in the United States of America. So if you've already joined, thank you so much. If you haven't, please come over. It helps this channel immensely, and it allows me to really tell you what is going on. But right now, let's get into this video today on this hot, humid, fiery Saturday afternoon in California. Over 1 million acres up north have burnt, scorched, people losing fires. Is God sending a message to the United States of America? Maybe it's time to start waking up. But here's a message that we got today on CNBC. House passes bill to put $25 billion into the United States Postal Service and reverse changes amid uproar. This is amazing how quick the House got this done. But they can't get the bonus money or the $600 a week to the people of the United States of America. They can't get you a cent, but they could get the...
Let me pause. Can you all not hear? To make sure. Are you not getting the volume? Trey said no volume. All right, let me hit play again and make sure.
Postal Service $25 billion like that. That happened today. So while people are starving, while people are losing their businesses, losing their homes, losing their cars, losing their lives, the good news is, for everybody out there looking for the good news, the Postal Service got $25 billion, while millions of people in America are going to be left homeless, jobless, and
I told you, I did a video last week that $25 billion for the postal services is a part of the digitalized dollar scheduled to take place January 2021, right? The postal services from 1911 to 1927 used to be a banking institution. And so they're pumping money back into USPS to help with the transferring of that setup again for people in rural communities to set back up a digitalized banking system, right? So I did that video on last week.
Starving. This was interesting. Many of you might have seen this on the internet. Ice-T. I'm not a big fan of Ice-T, but I'm going to give people credit where credit is due. He says here, "Where's our effing bailout?" Ice Cube slams Dems for abandoning blacks. That's on the Hedge today. You can check that out. Nice picture of Nancy, and there's Ice-T. Ice-T talks about the Democratic Convention. He says everybody's throwing their hands up in the air, but he says, what is in it for us? He says that the Dems don't have a plan. $3 trillion went to all these corporations, big business, $3 trillion in bailouts, right? While 42% of black businesses are closing. Where is our bailout? And I'm going to ask the same thing. Where is my bailout? Where is your bailout? Where is everybody's bailout? Where is the average American's bailout, the middle class bailout? Where is our bailout? He says Dems and Republicans don't have a plan. We need to stop playing with these people.
All right, so 42% of Black businesses closed, right? And so remember, I shared this article with you. The Holocaust. I'm looking at this 1934 series. The Holocaust, Obama administration. This article is from October 2nd, 2015. Over 5 years to the Jewish community, which the United States had nothing to do with. They definitely had everything to do with slavery, and yet reparations is not even in Joe Biden's plan. But Joe Biden, right, according to this article, the allocation of the Department of Health and Human Services, 12 million again, assistance for Holocaust survivors, to the Jewish Federation of North America is to be distributed over 5 years as part of the initiative launched in 2013. Look who launched this, by Vice President Joe Biden, to address the needs of survivors in the United States of whom live below poverty line. So the question is, with Joe Biden and Obama agreeing and implementing this and putting this in place, right, to Jews, which again, United States had nothing to do with, then why not do the same thing for slavery and reparations for Blacks and African Americans, in which they had everything to do with, right? So this is Ice Cube's video, or his live, speaking his opinion.
A lot of people, you know what I mean, getting up there and talking.
So you would ask, you know, he asked some great questions and made some points. 42% of Black businesses have closed during this pandemic. And Biden has explicitly said that he does not support reparations. Why do you not support reparations? However, you will support Holocaust, right?
So, over the last 4 days, the Democratic National Party held their convention. A lot of people, you know what I mean, getting up there and talking, and, you know, everybody really, you know, eating it up, you know, throwing their hands in the air like they just don't care damn near. So it's you know, what I didn't hear is what's in it for us? What's in it for the Black community besides the same old thing we've been getting from these parties? What's in it for us, for real? You know, I didn't hear anybody mention contract with Black America. And I don't know why, because it's one of the most comprehensive reform documents that's come about in a long time that can really address the problem. The way it look, they don't have a plan. Everybody's, you know, talking about get Trump out, get Trump out, get Trump out. If you vote, that's going to happen on the first day. So now what? Trump out, now what? What? What do we get in the first 100 days? That's what we're trying to figure out. What do we actually get that they could give us overnight like that? They just pulled $3 trillion out their ass and gave it to their friends. That's American taxpayer money. That's your money that they just gave away. And then there's 42% of Black businesses closing. None of that money. Where's our fucking bailout? Where's the bailout? Not the PPP loan that they didn't give us. Where's the bailout? I don't want to hear about deficit. I don't want to hear about what our generations gonna have to pay. Because if we don't have shit, they ain't gonna have shit anyway to pay nothing. So we gotta start something right now. Democrats don't seem like they got a plan. Republicans don't seem like they got a plan for us. So how the hell you gonna vote for them? Make them earn that vote. They can start today. They ain't got it yet. They can start today. Make their ass earn that vote, man. Stop playing with these people, and they'll stop playing with you.
All right, Jesus asks, what does reparation alone isn't the answer? Why isn't the answer? Right? Why? Okay, if they can give it to Jews, if Obama and Joe Biden can give 12 million to Jews, but a Holocaust, then why not? Why not give it? Why shouldn't it look this way for blacks, in which the United States had nothing directly to do with this? For the Holocaust, they get reparations, 12 million, and it specifically says, launched in 2013 by Vice President Joe Biden, to address the needs of the survivors in the United States, a quarter of whom live below poverty line. Why not address the needs of the survivors of slavery, blacks and African Americans, right, and who live below poverty line? Why not do that same thing, in which the United States had a direct, hands-on impact on? So as Ice Cube said, not Ice T, right? As Ice Cube said, then what? You vote someone in. That's why I wish Easy was on this live stream. You vote either party in, and what's in it? What's in it? What goes on after the first 100 days? What? I don't care if they don't, African Americans, blacks, and some would argue are the true Jews in the Bible, if they don't even use it to buy assets, right? If you're going to give it to support the Holocaust and the Jews during that time who live below the poverty line, and you're going to give it to them in cash payments, right? Not in symbolisms of ending racism, not in just doing away with symbolisms, not just wearing Black Lives Matter at an NBA game, even though that's a great point. Why not give them reparations in forms of monetary, like you did the American Jews for a Holocaust that you had nothing to do with, right? Right. So last thing, Jeremiah Babe, that video, great video, discussed was, you give, like Ice Cube said, trillions, then you give billions to the postal services. Auburn, you are so right. You're right. Deuteronomy 28, you're right. You're absolutely right. But that's why I try to educate our people so they can make better financial decisions, right? Better financial decisions. And so this is a little known fact as well. A short history in how the dollar is being digitalized soon, that a lot of people don't know, is that the postal banking services was established in 1911. From 1911, reinstituting postal banking. We had it and it worked. Okay, so they said reinstitution. Last week, John Oliver offered up and expose on payday loans, expose on payday loans, describing them as the circle of debt that screws us all. The circle of debt that screws us all. Payday loans, which is very prominent in the South, right? I did a video live stream on that. I was driving. The payday loans are just back to back to one another. Here in Mississippi, for example, the biggest destroyer of debt, right? He says, offer to low-income borrowers, and the better alternatives include donating blood and jumping in front of rich folks' cars. But there is no alternative to usuries, payday lending, postal banking, right? Which allows low-income Americans to do their banking from bill payment to small loans. Wow. At the same post office where they buy stamps, as states try to regulate a way the payday lending sector and desperate customers can be pushed either into the black market, listen to this, or bankruptcy. Postal banking is a much better solution. It's time to consider a public option for small loans. What people are maybe not be aware of, postal banking exists in the United States from 1911 to 1966, which was in fact central to our banking system, that it was the alternative to federal deposit insurance and served as such from 1911 to 1933. The system prevented many bank runs during turbulent times in the nation's banking history, right? Prevented bank runs. That means people pulling their money out of banks, essentially performing central banking functions, right? Before the Federal Reserve was up to the task, postal banking helped fund two world wars and reduce massive government deficit after the Great Depression. It began in Great Britain. The primary goal was financial inclusion, but the U.S. postal banking had other issues as well. And so using the post office to be involved in digitalizing the dollar, right? Yeah, payday loans are next to each other in Texas as well. Okay, predominantly down the South. And so, but what I'm saying is, if you're not familiar with cryptocurrency, you need to do so real quick, fast, and in a hurry, right? Converting your cash into crypto to support this digitalized dollar transition, that the USPS will have a great be that influence. That's why they pumping money into it. Not really about the mail-in voting, right? And will play a part in finding more digitalized ways to get people their quicker stimulus payments, right? They already said they are working on that. So Jesus says my reparations will consist of $1 trillion of dollars, 2 million acres of land, real resources to build a community. Well, as I said, and Arvin guy says, like, I wish Easy was on his live stream, because he's always talking about, earning your votes, and we got to get another party in. And I keep telling people that money never fights money. You got to understand that if Joe Biden is for the Jews and the Holocaust, then why not be for reparations for Blacks and Africans Americans, right? So this is just a quick live stream. Again, I've been on live today, but you definitely need to get your C's up, right? Your credit, your cash flow. It's a difference between cash flow and income. You've only been taught about how to get income, and that's through a job. You have not been taught how to earn cash flow, passive residual through a business, and income is taxed way higher than business cash flow. So you need to get your business cash flow up, your credit up, your crypto and your coins, meaning in gold and silver, real assets, right? And then you can look at the fifth addition to that, which is real estate, right? Real estate. And so Arvin said should be for Native Americans too. But, right. So all these symbolisms that they're doing, like in Mississippi, the Confederate flag being replaced, all these symbolisms of slavery, racism. Look, that's all well and good, but show me the money. That's the biggest impact you can do, is give reparations. And until reparations are given for the 400 years of slavery, then you're not winning, right? You can change a flag, but you can't change a mind. You can't change a person's mind, and you can't change their heart, right? Marvin says, we are the Native Americans. Marvin Dean says, we are the Native Americans. Good point, Marvin. So, hey, that's it. Know what the real fight is. Like Mini Pro said, yes, know what the real fight is. The fight is for your money. The fight is so you be in poverty. They'll change the symbolisms. They don't want you to acquire the financial education you need, right, to stop working on someone's job and be in economic slavery and continuous living in paycheck to paycheck. That's why I try to tell people I push the home-based business. I push credit. Stop using debt to invest in things that take money out of your pocket and doesn't pay you. Start using debt to invest in things that will put money into your pockets and pay you. Stop being afraid of debt because you used it wrongly or incorrectly for years, right? So 40 acres in a mule, 40 acres of land, just like any and the money would still suffice in 2020. Just like any culture or ethnic group, you're going to have some people that abuse it, even if they gave it to them in hand, right? Some people still going to go out and buy liability, just like they did the unemployment, $600 unemployment. Went out and bought seafood, steaks, invested in sushi, bought big screen televisions, didn't even have anywhere. The government gave them every, I think, opportunity to stack cash for August and September. Then offer them an opportunity to travel. You know, same thing people do with their income tax return. I need a vacation, right? You get with a home-based business is a paycation, right? Get your biggest lump sum of $8,000, $9,000, $10,000 through income tax return, and you do nothing with it but invest in liabilities, right? Never invest in assets. So just like any other culture or ethnic group, you're going to have people that abuse it, and then you're going to have people that use it wisely, right? And that's just what it is. So that's it. Very short live stream. You all have a great night. Queen of Credit here. Here's to your peace and prosperity, your credit and your cash flow, and your health and your wealth. Queen of Credit out. Oh, hold on. Let me read this last statement. What's up with the sushi? Well, it's supposed to be like this giving community, which has no substance to it. It's a pyramid scheme. No services offered, no products. A giving community, right? Where some people are saying that, you know, because I know the person who's the head of the sushi, I can guarantee you get your money, right? And that's fine if you are in connect with the higher person. But what happens to the two people you're supposed to bring in with you, and they're not in connect like you are, right? And now it's a pyramid scheme. If you want to do a giving community and pool your money together, that should be done within a family unit. And so you have people that's being scammed out of $100,000, $500,000 of dollars because this thing has been around for a long time. This is nothing new. And it's nothing I would endorse when people are hanging on to their last paycheck in a recession, right? But people want something for nothing. They want something for nothing instead of investing in real assets. So Jesus says, don't forget the trillions that were also printed by Obama to bail out banks in 2009. Right. And banks have money to bail out now. Trump and Obama both bailed out underserving, right, corporation, banks, and Wall Street. Reparations should be. But what people don't understand, that's why I tell them to make themselves a business, is that you are a corporation as well, but they don't bail you out that way. How am I a corporation, Queen? Well, I have this right in front of me. I'm gonna cover this up. See this thing? Yeah, I have it. Okay, there you go. Your social security card, those 9 digits. Wait a minute. Yeah, 9 digits is what you are taxed off of if you go to a job. And for your time and your skill and your knowledge, you're either giving the IRS 30% of every dollar you make, which means you bring home, your take home is 60 to 70 cents on the dollar, or you're giving them 40 to 50%. And until you know how to convert your Social Security from a self-employed corporation into now an EIN corporation and learn how to keep more, that's what Trump is talking about, the paycheck tax holiday, where you're not getting highly taxed in federal. See, you're taxed 5 times, right? When you earn money, when you spend money, when you save and invest money, and then you're taxed again when you die. You're tax. And I'm still coming before people religiously telling you to convert your EIN, your Social Security, into a business, because businesses are taxed less. Like Jay-Z said, I'm not a businessman, right? I am the businessman. You have to make yourself, that's why your job calls you, or when you have issues or problem, you go to HR, human resource. You are human resource to the IRS. So how are you going to be taxed? So yes, it's going to be quite a few people that even if they got reparations, they will not know what to do with it because they don't know these simple things, or they don't have a financial IQ about the simple things. Okay, Houston, Texas, the UPS letter carrier. Yeah, and I hate to say this, but they are saying that a lot of digitalized, when it gets digitalized, JP Morgan, right? Let me pull this up right there. Hello, spiritual man. Oh my God, I just love looking at that profile picture. Just a very handsome profile picture. Is that your profile picture, or did you just you got that image off of you got that image off of Google? JP Morgan just JP Morgan and Chase, if you know anything about JP Morgan and Chase, the biggest United States asset holder bank, asset holding bank in the United States, right? They just, JP Morgan Chase, Postal Banking, look at this. August 21st, 2020 may soon be here, but there's a catch. The USPS has discussed letting JP Morgan Chase put ATM in post offices. For many years now, progressive politicians have been recommending the return of postal banking, whereby post offices will provide basic banking services in their branches around the country. Senator Kirsten Gillibrand proposed the Postal Banking Act. Listen at this, in 2018. That's why I tell people nothing is a aha. We don't know how to plan. We don't know how. Everything is always strategically planned when it comes to our government. Everything, right? So in light of Trump's attack on the services, Senator Bernie Sanders, listen at this, has also been championing it since 2014, people. On Wednesday, the Capitol Forum first reported that a postal banking pilot may be soon underway. Yes, it is. That's why they pumped $25 billion in it. But the twist that would alarm most progressive advocates of this concept is USPS has talked to JP Morgan about a proposal for the bank to put ATMs and other banking services in some post office, right? And so this would include digital dollars, I'm sure, by 2021. Yep. So a lot of people, it says again, postal banking is not new. Between 1911 and 1966, the post office provided banking for 4 million Americans. In other developed countries where it's a common practice, it generates substantial revenue for post offices. And so that's why they're putting, I'm sure, all of the money into the post office. Not that necessarily the post office has been essential services since this pandemic, receiving a lot of business. Too many business is all a part to digitalize. So if you're not up on cryptocurrency, if you're not up, and a lot of AI products will be brought into the postal services, artificial intelligence, right? In order to support this. So Zeus says, I don't have one of those, had to borrow. No, what is he talking about? Even the president. Yes. Thank you, Carissa. They're already Yes. That's why I tell him, I don't know if he's watching his live screen. Easy come on and talk about Trump and what he's, listen. They picked Trump for, they knew Trump was the king of bankruptcy. You know, he's going to take the fall for all this, but it's already strategically planned. They already know who. That's why I showed The Simpsons, right? Lisa being the next female president. Now the Obamas are supporting Kamala Harris. Biden probably get in a couple of months and they probably say he's incompetent because of his dementia or whatever. And that's how I believe, I'm predicting that's how the new female president will take office. But, people think, and I know, I'm glad Ice Cube brought this out. And I'm not disencouraging anyone to vote, but it's already set. It's already pre-planned, But go and vote. A lot of people fought for that right to vote. But it's already, pre-planned, predicted. So, yeah, it's already set up. That's why I try to come on and let you all know what chess moves to make, right? What chess moves to make. What chess moves to make to prepare. But hey, I'm logging off. It's 10 o'clock my time. I didn't think I was going to be on this long. It's almost at 40 minutes time. It's my third live stream. So this is it. I'll see you all with the latest credit and cash flow news, cryptocurrency, whatever it may be to position you to prosper more during this pandemic than to be in poverty. Thank you so much, Periscope. I always like it when someone calls me young lady, right? I'll be celebrating another birthday, September 26th, as my grandmother would say, if the Lord's will. That's a Mississippi thing, if the Lord's will, right? Thank you so much. Due to Jeremiah Bay, I myself was looking for Ice-T's rant video. Yeah, it's not Ice-T, Ice-T. Yeah, so Ice-T is Ice Cube's Jeremiah Bay. So it was Ice Cube rant. And Trey says, I'm a commercial driver for a few weeks back. A Nigerian told me FedEx have address boxes that they use as regular addresses, something like a P.O. box. Yeah. Right. Thank you so much. Please share this on the Periscope. It's strange in America, but you gotta know the history. That's why on one of my live streams, someone asked me, why do I care about Dixon in 1971, President Richard Nixon, I'm sorry, I said Dixon, Richard Nixon taking the dollar off the gold standard. I said, because every fiat currency has lasted, shelf life has lasted approximately 50 years. So if you know the importance of taking or removing the dollar off of the gold standard, right? and you know how that devaluates the dollar, then you will also know what real money is and why gold and silver is real big. That's why Warren Buffett people invested in a gold mining stock, right? Thank you so much. Yes, like the video. That's why he invested in the gold mining stock, because he got out of banking stocks after saying, publicly saying that Warren Buffett, that people on Mars would look at us and say, why do they want gold? It's just a shining, inanimate object. It's just real nice and shiny. You can't do anything with it. It just looks pretty. But now he's invested and moved his stocks out of the banking system because he knows it's about to collapse. It's about to be digitalized, and gold and silver will be used to reset the currency system, the digitalized dollar, right? And he's already made that shift, right? Let me put it up real quick. Warren Buffett invest in Barack is a Barack Gold, which is a mining company. After publicly bashing gold for years, right? And so he's been long drawn to the company, and so he's out of the bank stocks, and now he's into gold because he sees where they already know. They already know, right? After saying not to, why would anyone want to invest in gold? No, Jesus, I think Trey is making a bigger statement. We're not talking about profit, but that they still have unmarked, PO boxes, like regular addresses, right? So digitalized U.S. Postal Service keep afloat of that. Know why corporations are getting bailed out, and why you as a corporation is not getting any, or if you get some, it's going to be slim, slim pickings. So I tell people to invest. Our partnership with me in the home-based business, so you can keep more of the money that you're making if you're maybe fortunate enough to have a job, so that you can get tax less out of your paycheck, right? And start working for people and systems and strategies. Start having systems and strategies work for you. Leverage income is always better than labored income, right? Leverage income is always better than labor income. All right. Okay, you all. You have a great night. I'm signing out.